What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more MLB plays today over on PrizePicks. Yesterday's video, we cashed our lone NBA play. Man, should we have had a sweep. Rosario had a diving catch against him. He got absolutely robbed out of a single. Very nice catch by the Rockies, though. Then he had Jake Myers, who missed by 2 fantasy score because the ump did not give him a walk. He called it a strike when it was clearly not a strike. Should have been a walk. Cash the fantasy score for us there. That was like a $1,000 swing for me yesterday. Should have made an extra band. Should have much better luck today, though, on a much better slate. It's also Taco Tuesday today on PrizePicks. I'm feeling very good about today's slate. Let's hop in and let's cash. I have 3 plays for you in today's video since you guys hit the like goal in yesterday's video. If you want a third play tomorrow, be sure to leave a like on this video here. 175 likes, and I will drop a third play in tomorrow's video also. I'll also be dropping a free 4-man for you guys in this video also, just as a little bit of a bonus here. So 3 plays and a 4-man for you guys today. I'm feeling pretty generous today. But before we get to the free plays, don't miss out in joining the DubClub. The DubClub gives you access to all of my plays sent straight to your phone, and also access to the Discord, where you get access to a ton of different perks. But if you go down in my description or in the top in the comment section, click on the DubClub link, because that way you can get this special offer that pops up on your screen. Just scroll down, there'll be a banner that pops up, click on claim, and you will have access to 2 different discounts with only a couple of spots left. But when you join the DubClub, the first thing I recommend you do is connect your Discord to DubClub, because that will give you access to all of these different tabs here over in my Discord. It gives you access to my 6-mans, my bankroll builder slips, my underdog streaks, as well as my home run lays. You also have the community chat to talk to me and other members about plays or whatever's going on. If you add me in the chat, it's super easy to reach me, and I can answer pretty much any questions that you do have. You also have plays, though, for my contributors, too, in Asmies, Emo, Elo, and Thordone. You can see here that Asmies here has actually been crushing his plays, especially the PGA man. You can just tell by the reactions how much that guys love their plays. Emo is a big NBA and WNBA guy. Elo is a soccer guy who crushes soccer time and time again, and we now finally have soccer back. You can see his list here. He crushes this list time and time again. You also have Thordone here, though, who has a ton of tennis plays, and he crushes his stuff in. He really, really does. You can see here he posted a 6x multiplier today for $1,200 right there. You see all the love that he gets on his post here, because he actually started out by posting his plays into my premium chat. Everyone loved his plays, so I had to add him on as a contributor, and now he's posting his tennis plays for everyone in the Discord. So don't miss out in joining. There will be that link available in my description or in the top of the comment section. I'm feeling pretty good about hitting a 6-man today. We've had back-to-back days now, missing by a Freddie Freeman RBI. Like, literally, 1 RBI miss right there for $1,000, and a 1 RBI miss there for $900. So I am in a little bit of pain recently because of Freddie Freeman, but you can tell that the reads have been great, and we're going to catch a 6-man today. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm hoping we should hit a 6-man today, but I'm feeling pretty good. So go join the DubClub with the link down there in my description. But with that out of the way, let's get to these free plays. Play responsibly at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here if you have not already, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, with those notifications on. That way you get in before these lines get bumped or get removed. Now let's get to today's plays. The first play like on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate is going to be over in the fantasy score category, but if you are on another app out there, I do have an alternative for you. This one here is going to be a guy that we have been running with a ton on the channel as of late, and that is going to be Yainer Diaz over his fantasy score at 5 today over on PrizePicks. I think he's in a great spot. You can see what he's done in his last 5 games, covering in 4 of his last 5, although he did miss just last game. But you see here that he's actually had at least 5 fantasy score in only 51% of games this year. However, look at his hit runs and RBIs line today. At 1.5 hit runs and RBIs, he's been over this in 46% of games this year. And today, his line is actually at 2.5, and he's about a -205, a -233 to go over hit runs and RBIs. So he's at -205 to go over his hit runs and RBIs line, yet he has a better hit rate at having at least 5 fantasy score, if you're kind of getting what I'm putting down here. Basically, this line is extremely mispriced in my eyes, and he should have at least 5 fantasy score. Like, he's essentially a -200 to have at least 5 fantasy score, to at least push this line. And with fantasy score, you have more upside for things like walks, which can apply to the fantasy score. You have things like stolen bases. He probably won't steal the base, but still. And you just have doubles in there, too. Like, if he hits a double, that's already a push right there. When hits, runs, and RBIs, that's only 1 hit for his line. Like, there's just a lot more ways you can cover here. But if you are on a sports book, I actually like him over 2.5 hit, runs, and RBIs at plus money. You can get like a plus 100 right there, or a plus 105. I think there's a lot of opportunity here for Yainer Diaz to have a pretty good game. And overall, I do like the Astros offense a lot in this game also. But it wins this year because they are extreme favorites in this game. And by the way, the wind is blowing out. The weather is the best in the entire slate. That's up there with the Nationals game. But in wins this year, he has actually been over this in 64% of games. Win the win by at least 2 runs, over in 76% of games. On the road this year, he's been a little bit worse, but still pretty good in wins for the most part, at least as of late. Like, he had kind of a bad start to the season right there, and kind of just his 3-game stretch here, but other than that, he's been very good still in away games when they win. But overall, I think Yainer Diaz should be in a pretty great spot to cover his fantasy score line here. We've taken him time and time again. We've taken him like probably 2, maybe even 3 times in this stretch of games here. He's come through us, I think, every single time. So giving it a go here again with Yainer Diaz here at his 5 fantasy score. Love him today. I also like his over 2.5 hit runs and RBIs, but the 5 fantasy score in my eyes is just an extreme value spot. Before we get to the next play in this video, if you are not yet on Sleeper, it is one of the best apps out there, if not the best app out there. They have promos all the time for all users, and if you join right now, you can get a first-time deposit match up to $100 and a free score when you sign up if you use promo code DOMG when you do join. There'll be a link available in my description that will get you access to those promos if, again, use that promo code DOMG. But they could also offer a better payout than an app like PrizePicks. Like, for example, if you like Chad Patrick here over strikeouts and Littell under fantasy score, for example, pays out 3.31x over on Sleeper compared to maybe a 3x over on PrizePicks. And vice versa, if you take Chad Patrick's under and Littell's over, it can actually pay out a 3.08x over on Sleeper. So either way, right there between those combinations, it'd be a better payout than an app like PrizePicks, for example. So Sleeper is a very, very cool app, and they have promos all the time, like I said, for new users and also current users. So go get it for yourself in my description. You can use that promo code DOMG when signing up because it helps me out. It helps you out as well. All right, now getting to play number 2 out of 3 in this video. We also have a free 4-man at the end of the video here, but the next play I'm talking about here is going to also be in the fantasy score. But again, I do have an alternative for you if you are on a sportsbook. That is going to be my guy yet again here. I like Dubon today over 3 fantasy score on PrizePicks, but if you are on a sportsbook, I do like him over 1.5 hit runs and RBIs today. Also, an alternative that you could do is take both Diaz to have a hit and Dubon to have a hit in the same game for a nice little payout there also. But Dubon here I think is in a great spot for his fantasy score today. He's at least 3 in 61% of games this year, and if you don't know anything about fantasy score, basically all you need is a hit in this game here for Dubon because any hit is at least 3 fantasy score. A single is 3 fantasy score, a double is 5, triple is 8, and the home run is like a lot more than that. You can see here though that his hits, runs, and RBIs line today is like a -110, a -120, being favored over his hits, runs, and RBIs, yet any hit on PrizePicks is at least 3 there. His hit today, by the way, is about a -240 to have a hit today, -215 on these apps. So like I'm saying with Diaz earlier, he's like a -215 to at least push this line. And those hits, by the way, could be like a double, which would just clear his fantasy score like he did for us yesterday in the DubClub. I took him yesterday in the DubClub. His very first at-bat, he had a double for us, and he was able to catch this line with ease in the second inning. This is, in my eyes, an extremely mispriced line by PrizePicks, and in wins this year, he's been slightly better, at least when they score some runs here, when they win by at least 2 runs there, over in 67% of games. On the road this year, he has been a lot worse, but I'm really not super concerned because they were on the road yesterday. He still clutched up yesterday, and overall, this is an odds-based play. It's just one simple hit here from Dubon to at least push this line. I think he's in a great spot yet again. He's been my guy pretty much the entire season so far, and I've taken him like multiple times here in this like 4-game span. Very, very mispriced line. He's been hot as of late too between these last couple of games, so give him the over yet again here for Rico Dubon and his fantasy score on PrizePicks. Pretty damn mispriced line. But now let's get to my third play here, and this one is just going to be more of a pairing option here because we do have 2 players from the same team. That is going to be Austin Riley today to have at least 1 hit, run, or RBI. You could also take 1.5 if you wanted to for a little bit of a better payout. You could take his fantasy score, you could take his hit, but overall at the end of the day, I like the half hits, runs, and RBIs today for Austin Riley. I think he's in a pretty great spot. He's had that in at least 76% of games this year, which is a pretty big difference between his hit right here, not his hit, but his fantasy score, as you can see right there, as well as his 1.5 hit, runs, and RBIs. But I think overall he's in a pretty great spot for his hits, runs, and RBIs today at just a half. Because I do like the half here too, because you also have the upside of him to just have like an RBI in the spot here, like a sac fly RBI. But you see here though, in wins this year too, he has actually been even better, of course, going over it in about 87% of games. Also on the road this year, at home this year, he's been even better, over an 85%. And he gets a lefty matchup here against David Peterson, who he has been able to crush this year. At least he's been able to crush lefties this year. In the past year against David Peterson, pretty good average too, with a 391 average, 462 on-base percentage, with 9 hits and 2 RBIs against him. So I like the spot with him being against a lefty. I like him being at home. And I like Atlanta being favored in this matchup now against the Mets too. So there's a lot of reasons to like Austin Riley so much today. Really simple breakdown. I like him for pretty much every single category out there, but the safest option would be the hits, runs, and RBIs at just a half. I'm not done with the free plays yet. I got some more free plays for you and a free 4-man for you guys in this video, but Again, don't miss out on joining the DubClub. This will give you access to all of my plays sent straight to your phone, and of course access to the Discord where all of my 4-mans and 6-mans are posted. You get my community chat to talk to me and other members, bankroll builder slips to just kind of build that bankroll up. You have the contributors too also that are posting their plays for soccer, for tennis, for the WNBA, for golf. There's so much variety here. So there's a lot of value available. Go get it for yourself in my description and go ahead and get on that discount because there's only a couple of spots left. But you could also actually get a free month on my DubClub if you use promo code DOMG on an app that I'm affiliated with. Just take a screenshot of you using my promo code on an app like Chalkboard or Sleeper, for example, and then send that to domgpropsvip@gmail.com, and I will send you back a free month of my DubClub. You see all the different apps that I'm affiliated with right here with promo code DOMG, except for Better. That promo code would be DOMG Props. All the other apps out there are promo code DOMG. So again, take a screenshot and send that to domgpropsvip@gmail.com, and I can send you back a free month of my DubClub. Let's give you a free format here. I'm going to give you access to my 6-man slips channel here over on the Discord, which you could get access to with a premium. But the first format I like for today is going to be on the Red Sox here with some unders. The Red Sox are not predicted to do pretty good today on the offensive side. The over-under on this game is extremely low, and also the weather is extremely on our side and also on the pitcher's side. So I like Marcelo Mayer here under his fantasy score at 4.5. Jarren Duran under 7 fantasy score, and Roman Anthony under fantasy score, as well as the play from earlier in Dubon over his fantasy score for a 9x payout over on PrizePicks. So this is correlated, which means it's all helping each other out essentially. So if the Red Sox have a bad performance today, it's more likely that all three go under, of course. If they do really good, it's of course more likely that they all go over. So it's really more likely for this entry to go 1 for 4 or 4 for 4 than it is to go 2 for 3, 2 for 4, or 3 for 4. So that's kind of making sense. It's just correlated. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is you're either going to see a lot of red or a lot of green on this slip, at least more than likely. And we'll talk about the Red Sox here just really quick here. I'm going to go ahead and talk about real quick Jarren Duran. I'll talk about the other hitters also. But you can see that they've kind of been correlated to some of the recent games also. Like let's go like the last 5 games here. So Duran has been under this in 3 of his last 5 games here, where they scored 2 runs there, 4 runs there, and 2 runs there. That was the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th, all against the Yankees. And now they're playing in Seattle today, where they are expected to struggle again here. And you can see here that if we go ahead and now talk about Roman Anthony, his fantasy score at 5.5, this line's ridiculously high. You can see he's actually been under this in 4 of his last 5 games, including the games that Duran went under in. And you also have here also Marcelo Mayer, who's actually been under this in those games also. 13th, 14th, 15th, he went under in all 3 of those games also. So these guys were already correlated 3 times in the last 5 games, all going under. And also, like I said earlier, their offense is not projected to do super well today. What I also like is going to be the odds here, the hits, runs, and RBIs. He's actually at 1.5, extremely favored under 1.5 here. He's at like a plus 140 to go over his hits, runs, and RBIs at a 1.5 there. And pretty much if he's going to cover his fantasy score, he pretty much has to cover his hits, runs, and RBIs too. They're really, really correlated, those 2 different categories too. Jarren Duran here, though, I will say it's a little bit better for him. He's about a minus 110 here, or minus 120, minus 125 on some apps. Over 1.5 hit, runs, and RBIs. But the fantasy score is a little bit different here. Like you can see, the fantasy score is a much worse hit rate there than his hit, runs, and RBIs. So again, I feel like we have a little bit of edge there too. But he is my least favorite of the 3 here. And my favorite one, though, is going to be the Roman Anthony one here, because he is a massive favorite under his hit, runs, and RBIs. He's a plus 125 to go over 1.5 hit, runs, and RBIs when his fantasy score is at 5.5. So if he hits a single and a run, he's still going under his fantasy score line, basically. So this slip looks very, very good to me if the Red Sox offense is indeed going to do well, pretty bad like they're kind of expected to do today. But of course, if they end up playing well, these guys are all going over, and the slip's going to go like, 1 for 4, for example. So I do see this entry, though, going hopefully 3 for 4 or 4 for 4, but that's just kind of the deal with correlation. It's either going to go really good or really bad typically. So that's kind of the world of correlation and why we've had so much edge on these types of entries over in the DubClub recently. But let's get some more free plays. This here is the Daily Grind tool showing off the best bet to value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they love some plays for like Jesus Luzardo under his fantasy score today. They also like some Valorant plays, some Chet under fantasy score. They also like the no-run first inning in the Giants and the Guardians game. Actually, I like that too. I really do like that play there. So me and this tool are on the same page today there. But if you click the plus V plays, you can filter it down to a 2-pick power player, same with a 5-pick or a 6-pick flex. It can help you find plays that fit into that play type in terms of expected value and just give you some really nice value plays, for example, in a certain entry. Just kind of based on math. It's a really, really cool tool. It's an extremely powerful tool. So if you want this tool for yourself, get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the fantasy bundle and scrolling down. Be sure to use that link because that will get you a special discount on these offers here. You also have the AI sub generator, which is over 2,000 units of profits this last year. And And there are 17 slips currently on the board for apps like Underdog, as well as apps like PrizePicks or Better or Rebet. Right now on PrizePicks, there's a 6-pick flex that they like, which contains some value on Aaron Judge over bases. They also like Pascal Siakam over blocks, Ben Brown and Chad Patrick over strikeouts, as well as JP Sears under strikeouts. Has a profit margin right now of about 4.85%. It is, of course, a 6-pick flex. And if you click on Bet on PrizePicks, it puts into PrizePicks for you just like that, like you're clicking on a link. This tool is also extremely powerful. Get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the slip generator and scrolling down. Be sure to use promo code DOMG. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next video. Best of luck. Let's cash some entries tonight between all the plays in this video and the 4-man. That would be great. That's what we're looking for. But thank you guys for watching. See you guys hopefully in the next video. Best of luck. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video or over in the DubClub.